Hi, it's MJ. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Justin, for helping me put this video together. And this is your daily Oracle card reading for Sunday, November 8th, 2020. And today we're going to be working with the butterflies. So please go ahead and find a comfortable place while I go ahead and shuffle these cards for you. And I do everything in threes because three is very powerful in the spirit world. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and place these cards to my forehead where my third eye is, asking the butterflies and spirits to help me clearly see and hear everything in this video, placing the cards to my lips, asking the butterflies and spirits to give me the perfect words for you, and then placing the cards to my heart, asking the butterflies and spirits to give me all the information that I need to know as I give it to you, and give it to you in a heartfelt way. So placing the cards back down as we center ourselves, taking 3 deep breaths. I'm ready if you're ready, so let's go. Breath number 1, inhale. Hold it 3 seconds. Exhale. Breath number 2, inhale. Hold it 3 seconds. Exhale. And your third breath, inhale. Hold it 3 seconds. Exhale. Okay. So whatever the butterflies are wanting us to fly to, that first card is the most important card, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it over and see what they have to say to us today. And that card is adult children. Interesting. So as I am centering in on the butterflies, they are telling me that there's several options here for this reading, but I'm going to go ahead and go with the one that they are flying to. And that is, all of us at one time were children, but we have grown into adults. So this is the matter at hand that they want me to talk about, is that you don't just become an adult when you turn 18. Being an adult is a process. It takes lots of trial, it takes lots of error, it takes lots of hard reminders and lots of relationships. And although we grow up and acquire tools, responsibilities, and jobs, deep inside, we are children who snap back quite often. And whenever we encounter resistance or triggers, our child rears its reactive head. We pout, we whine, we complain. Being an adult is practice. It takes years to become aware of our child and to stop pulling from what we used to be or how we were treated. So the butterflies are telling me to use this word, and I'm going to go ahead and use it: petulant. Do not be petulant. Children are allowed to react. They throw things, they have temper tantrums, and this is part of their growth process as they learn that those reactions won't serve them at all. As an adult, you have the capacity to pause and choose differently. So being petulant is a choice, and being petulant is a reaction. Now, if you want to be an adult, there's no excuse for it. And you need to respond to people. Think about how your words and actions will affect others as well as yourself. So please, think about it before you respond. Now, you can complain about your life, and some of it is totally fair. We get that. And many of us were dealt some really challenging cards, and things have happened to us that we have no control over. Okay. But if you want to pull yourself out of that quicksand and make some kind of dent in the world, you have to accept where you are. Completely accept it. And that's the beginning of building or rebuilding anything. And the way to do that is by taking full responsibility of where you are. Own it fully in order to get that power. The truth is, many of us were victims, but a victim mindset does nothing. It does absolutely nothing but turn us into prisoners. So if you want to turn that page, you must look at everything on it, digest it, instead of trying to rip it out. All right? And love is important. You've been hurt. We know that. We all have. But loving from a place of hurt isn't loving. It's hiding. And you will never hit the high notes of love if you're searching for it, if you're hiding. It's tough, I get it. But love as hard as you can. Don't give yourself any other choice. You have to be vulnerable. You have to show yourself. You have to put yourself out there completely. You can't close your eyes. You can't fold your arms. And if you get hurt, you probably will. It's life. But what's the alternative? You have to make a choice, and a difficult one that will bring you a ton of resistance. You have to let go of control. You have to let go of predictions. You have to let go of expectations, and just practice love in its purest form. Without that fear, you have to stop wrestling logic and ego and stand on the ledge with a beautiful smile that you have, knowing that loving someone else as hard as you can will always be more about you than anyone else. And the other half of that is being an adult, is being responsible. It means you have to communicate. Don't leave people in the dark. We all know that when we sign up to love somebody, we are also signing up for possible hurt. There's no way around it. But there is a difference between a broken heart and unnecessary hurt from being irresponsible or from being a coward. It takes courage to be vulnerable. It takes courage to be honest. It takes courage to show yourself. It takes courage to have a conversation. It takes courage to draw boundaries. It takes courage to not make it about you. And it takes courage to love responsibly. The butterflies are flapping those wings and they're saying, MJ, tell them this, and I am. Stop lying. Yes, stop lying to others, but most importantly, stop lying to yourself. Nothing can be built without truth. Children can believe their own lies because they live in a fantasy. But if you keep lying to yourself, you will always be a child. This will keep you from everything you want because you will not be everything you are. You will be invisible. What is a truth you need to swallow in your life right now? And why is it so hard to swallow this truth? The answer is a 4-letter word. It's fear. What does it mean if you finally swallow this truth? How is it going to change your life? And how will it change other people's lives? Please check your ego. There is a healthy dose of ego that we all need. And I'm referring here to a state where one is ego-driven, manipulating everything to circle around them and finding a way to always make it about them so they can gain and stand in the spotlight. What these people don't know is that their ego is blocking their true potential. Along with fear, ego is the other wall that will prevent you from becoming all you can be. And our power will always be in giving, not taking. We all have ego, and it can swell fast. Being an adult means being aware of it and choosing to pull from a different place, Children pull from their egos, and adults pull from their hearts. Communication is so important, especially in today's times. Talk to people. Why are people not talking to people? It's almost like people are not doing this anymore. And we've come so accustomed to texting and instant messaging that real voices bring us anxiety. Why call when you can just text? Well, I'm going to tell you now, the spirit world is telling me to tell you that if that's all that you're doing, you are being a child. You are not being an adult. Technology is training us to hide behind our phones instead of using them for what they were originally meant for. If someone actually picks up that phone and calls you, you need to call them back because they want to talk to you, not text you. Or they would have just sent that text anyway. Please do not allow technology to create gaps and disconnect in your relationships. Technology should be a tool to connect better, not a crowbar to separate us. If you are only texting, you are acting like a child. If you are not returning a phone call, you are only acting like a child. If you are not communicating in person, you are only acting like a child. Adults call people. Adults communicate. I know that sounded rough, but it needed to be said. And please, take care of your own. Children make their problems other people's problems, and they don't have the self-awareness or the capacity to hold space for others. They cause problems, and a lot of them. And adults can too. But adults do have the capacity, even though many choose not to exercise that. Now, if you want to be an adult, you must be aware of your own perceptions, your problems, your issues, your triggers, and how they affect other people, especially in all your relationships. If you don't take care of your own stuff, boundaries are going to be blurred, and you will set yourself up for an adult-child situation instead of an adult-adult situation. And then don't be surprised when you wake up one day and all the people in your life tell you that their feelings have changed. The truth is that the relationship dynamic shifted, which changed their feelings. And to wrap this all up, and I am so grateful for the butterflies giving me this wisdom, we need to be grateful. Children just want more and more and more. Adults want different things. Well, there are some adults that just want more and more too. But then they are not acting like an adult. Because if that's all you want, there is no room to practice gratitude. And adults practice gratitude. So be grateful for everything you have, including all the chapters of your life you want to rip out, all the relationships that have ended, and all of the challenges, all of the struggles, all of the turbulence. All of that you will get through like you've got through before. Be grateful for all the lessons you have learned and how they have transformed you into a better version of yourself. Be grateful for all of your relationships, even if they can be challenging. Be grateful that you have choices, and be grateful that you can choose to be an adult. Thank you, butterflies. Thank you so much for this message today, and thanking you for listening, YouTuber. Thank you, Justin, for helping me put this video together. And I will see you another daily oracle card reading tomorrow, so please do take care of yourself, and please do as much as possible act like an adult. Thank you. Bye-bye.